Hi, it's John Flynn, working with personal liability attorneys who specialize in car accidents. And wanted to talk about today is podcasts. Obviously, I'm a big believer in resources and getting content out. Content lasts forever. It's very important for personal liability attorneys dealing in car accidents to get their content out. Now, obviously, you're at this point telling me, John, people only contact me when they're in a car accident. And yes, the vast majority of people contact you when they're in a car accident. But what we're trying to do here is put all this content out there as a resource, right? So that way, when people are in a situation where they need help, that they are familiarized with you and then they reach out and call you on the phone, right? So it's like we want to be able to be a resource in the community, and that way when people are in a situation where they do need some assistance, then they need your help. Now, obviously with SEO, which, is important, but, people are paying $100 a click to be on top of some personal liability, keywords. That's great. If you have that kind of money to do that, then do it. That's awesome. Wonderful. You could pay $1.20 for a click, not a lead, but a click. Go for it. But what we're trying to do is kind of like a different way, a more organic way to do it, is that to put content out there with YouTube videos, podcasting, other ways to do it, that this content grows over time, right? When you have a YouTube channel, a podcast channel. Now, I really like podcasting because of a couple of reasons. One, it's easy to do. All right. So it's like you don't need a lot of special equipment. I know when you watch somebody do a podcast, they have this thing hanging from the ceiling and this other thing. Don't really know that, right? Right now I'm using my smartphone and I have like an old beat up microphone here in the bottom. Also, I'm doing a podcast and a YouTube at the same time. It's a twofer. See, it's a twofer. So basically what I'm doing is I'm going to post this YouTube on my YouTube channel, and then I'm going to take and download it, and then I have a program here on my laptop that I'm using that's going to take the sound and post it on my podcast, right? And it's all very simple. I think the podcast cost per month is like $15 a month, and YouTube's free, and so we're talking about very inexpensive stuff, right? And again, podcasting is like 1/12 of the population of YouTube, right? So YouTube's great and gets indexed, and we like that, and the audience is great, but podcasting is much less. So, it also gives you the ability to be less crowded, and you get to be on Apple and iTunes and all this stuff. So that's always good. And since I'm doing both at the same time, it's really not that much work, in a sense of, I don't spend a lot of time editing, as you could tell if you watch a lot of my stuff. So, I do have some lights, but, I don't spend a lot of time, getting spruced up for this. So, that's, I think, a very important content is podcasting, and it's something that you can get out quickly, and something that it could reach people in a fast way. So it's like, and then something that sticks. It's there for a very long period of time, and it's something keyword indexed. Now, podcasting SEOs, it is a little weird. We're not quite sure, how it works and where it goes, but it does get the downloads and it does move forward. So, and it's something that you can move forward. Now, the whole point of content is that then you could take your podcast and your YouTube and put it on your Instagram, right? And then you could put it on your Twitter, right? Twitter is a better search than Instagram for me, right? And then when you have your Facebook page, right? When you have your Facebook page, you can put both on there. So you see how you're spreading the content? So each piece of content is worth 2x, 3x of the spread. So you're spreading it around, right? And more people see it, right? And then more people might share it, right? And then your name and everything goes around more, and that's more organic SEO. And that's easy for you to generate, as opposed to, we all know the nightmare of, no offense to the SEO gods and their wisdom, and they do great work, but it's expensive and it's complicated, And my work, I'm a Facebook guy, is just plain expensive. you know, I'm going to charge you per day, and it's going to be money. But I'll stand by what I do. But as it all meshes together, to be something you want it to be. Getting backlinks from, I always like getting backlinks from like if you have a son or a daughter that's like in a baseball team and they come to you for $10, and you say, sure, give me $10, can you put my attorney firm on your website? And they're like, sure, that's a backlink, that's great. I'll take a backlink when I got it. I got friends of mine who teach at the high school, right? Adult school, high school, make a ton of money. Like they teach one or two courses about how to prevent car accidents, and they get my cousin was just in a car accident. Can you help him? Thousands of dollars. It's like there's all these little opportunities like that. So if you really want to hustle that way, you can. So I mean, podcast, really easy. Sit at your desk, you could easily do a YouTube and a podcast. If you don't want the logistics like that, go to CopleyAdvertising.com. My email's there. Sign up my email. You get my Facebook Blue Book free. It's a walkthrough of my Facebook program that you could do yourself. It's a great program. It's a perpetual program. You could just do that program and you'd be solid. Or, you can, and you get 10 free tips, right? You get 10 free tips in your email box just by leaving your email on there. And then my email's on there, so you can always get me. My Facebook page is there. You could always go there, leave me questions. So any questions, let me know. John Flynn,